Hello, friends. Welcome to Music Nation Speaks with me, Joe, where I use this platform to chat and learn from people who are passionate in what they do, really good at what they do, and authentic in who they are from all walks of life. All right. So, a little bit of housekeeping to do as per usual. Music Nation is now offering a package of 12 sessions for singing and songwriting. All right, so sessions will be done online and they'll be conducted by none other than yours truly. The cool thing about these sessions is that you can do them anytime and it doesn't have to be weekly. So if you want to do singing twice a week or three times a week, or singing and songwriting, in 1 week, you can do them. We just got to arrange our time together. So if you'd like to sing or write, DM us on Instagram, Facebook, or send us an email to sign up today and get started on your music journey. All right. So without further ado, let me bring up today's one and only guest. We have Mr. Aabid. Start dah. Yeah. How are you?
As you could say.
Jinx. I mean, okay lah. Like I feel like the last time we had a conversation was a very short one on the phone, and we managed to catch up a little bit, like how we're doing on during this whole thing. And I haven't seen you in almost a year plus dah kan?
Yeah. 1 year. Well, yeah.
1 year plus. Yeah, because our last gig was almost 1 year.
About lah. Yeah.
Right? The house party. Kantoy. Oh no, I think we have a bit of internet connection issues, so bear with us, guys, because it is we're all at home now. We're in lockdown in Malaysia right now, so I hope all of you guys are staying safe, eating healthy, exercising, taking care of your physical health as well as mental health. So while we wait for Aabid to come back, let me just remove him from the stream and then bring him back up again. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. So this is what happens when I'm trying to be Joe Rogan, but I don't have young Jamie helping me. So it's a one-man show. Okay, Aabid is back. Hello.
My MacBook suddenly shut down. Restart. I was like, what the hell?
Tak apa. I explained to the audience already. I'm like, this is we're in lockdown now, so everything is one-man show. So apa technical issue, we have to.
I was like, what the F? Like the logo only, like, boy.
Purposely, wait until when we're live, then it shut down, right?
Thanks.
It's okay, fresh start. So I was saying, like our last conversation, our last physical meetup was almost a year ago, and our last conversation was on the phone. And then maybe a few weeks ago, last month, and then so like I guess, and tell me if you feel the same or differently. Like I feel like we're at the end of like hanging in there, and just cannot wait to start meeting up with each other, first of all, jamming together, and then getting more gigs, and then travel together, makan together, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes, that last makan together is the first one that I'm gonna do.
At least you got your priorities right lah.
Makan untuk hidup untuk makan. Yes.
Because I remember the last time when we went to, was it Johor?
Johor, Muar.
More.
Yes.
So we had a gig together. It was a wedding gig, and the whole time before we left KL, we makan first. When we
Yes.
sampai, we makan again.
The wedding makan lagi. Habis gig makan lagi. We had coffee right nearby.
Yes, we had dessert, makan again. So yeah, traveling and gigging with Abid is the best because like I feel like we're on the same way. We have our priorities right, makan first, then mind music. Yeah, but how before we get into the conversation and letting the audience know everything about you, how you started your music journey and everything, how has the pandemic been like for you, as a yeah, as a teacher, as a musician, as a dad, you know
How is it like? Oh man, it's I don't know what's the exact word for me to put this in, but it's kind of because we are so used to travel, especially like musician like us, we travel here and there, and then for me like used to travel to places to teach, to we go to jamming, all that stuff. So and suddenly it's like, but we just stay at home.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like
Everything
everything
potong.
away. Yeah, so everything like taken away, and just like duduk tersandar. Like, man, what should we do, what can we do? And then like for me, I have two kids kan, so dia macam like pity them, they cannot grow and then at the same time grow up like play outside, all that stuff. So dia
Like
macam,
normally.
yeah, so suddenly it's like for them everything is at home, all that. So macam, oh. So it's like your freedom is taken away a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to keep your mind straight, so to keep it going.
Yeah. But do you feel like you got more time maybe to, because I remember I had a few phases. The first phase, maybe the first 3 months, it was like, yes, break, holiday time, I can
Yeah, yeah.
practice, I can do whatever songs I want, that kind of thing, live streams and what. And then the second phase, it was, when they started opening up a little bit, you're like, yes, live music again, like Jaw Team shows and what tu kan. And then we got our gigs here and there lah, And then this time it was just like, sian
Yeah.
already.
So dia macam, yeah, you got your freedom back, and then we got show at the, what was it, Royal Selangor jazz piano, right? Jazz piano festival.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, and then Jaw Team, and then suddenly we go back to square one, like
Yeah, it feels like our hope.
yeah, like you said the first few months it's like, yes, break, you can at least finally chill at home doing nothing, and everyone like at that time everyone still like semangat do video collab, right, online.
Kan?
Now like nobody give a damn.
I feel like we're so fatigued, and because we'll get more into this as we go along. It's like as a performer, even as a teacher also, the life energy that you get back from the audience and from your students, so it's actually very energizing, and you don't get the same effect from live stream or online classes. And even this also, like we were just complaining like, ala tak best lah online.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get right into it, right? And I'm gonna start with the first ever question. So why is that's the wrong instrument? Like you're not that instrument. Yeah, let's whisper.
Timeless.
So, so there you go, guys. From here, you know what instrument Abid plays. So why the saxophone of all instruments?
Okay, so that is
Yeah.
a fun story behind it. It's
Yes.
actually I joined the band, marching band, when I was in high school. Uh,
Oh.
but at that time, I played the trumpet. Yeah, I
Huh?
played the trumpet, but I suck at it, like total. So that was I was in Form 2 when I was in
Ah.
Form 2. Okay, so like yeah, learn all that berkawat, marching, and then
Yes,
learn how to
berkawat.
trumpet, all that, right? So
Yeah.
I was suck at it, and then I quit. So I quit.
Oh.
I joined the band. Form 2, I quit, and then towards at the end of not the end, August the next year when I was in Form 3. So
Yeah.
the marching band, my school marching band, they was invited for the Merdeka Parade,
Uh-huh.
Kuantan. So at that time they don't have enough.
Kuantan.
Yeah, that was 2004, I think.
Whoa.
2004. 2004, I was Form 3. Yes, correct. Yeah, 2004 in Kuantan. Your hometown, right?
Nice. Yes, yes. I was like, huh, Kuantan? Which school, which high school did you go to?
uh, no, no. I'm in high school in KL, but the Merdeka Parade in
Ah,
Kuantan. So yeah, so we were there like for a week there, camp there. So
mm,
basically, back to my high school, Cochrane High School. So
yeah.
they need more players to fill in the marching blocks. So
Ah,
they actually just take me because I had experience with them. So it's easier
yes.
to train someone that is a bit more
Brand new.
experienced, rather than the total junior kids, right?
Right,
So
right.
and they give me saxophone, alto saxophone. Yeah.
So
So
from trumpet, they're like, this budak cannot let give him auto saxophone.
yeah, yeah. So they give me saxophone just to fill in the blocks, just miming lah. Basically to miming, just make the block looks full. That's it.
Ah,
Then
okay.
from there, I learned to
Yeah.
play the saxophone. Eventually, I can play it. So
Yeah.
within a week, I kind of pick it up. So
In
yeah,
1 week.
yeah, the basic style lah.
Ah.
Yeah, I pick it up. I practice all that.
Mm.
I remember the saxophone alto, saxophone Jupiter. It was like super beginner model,
Uh-huh.
super heavy, and I got a blue thumb for the first week. Like it literally blew here because it was so heavy. And maybe my
No blood flowing through.
yeah. And then yeah, I picked it up within a week about that, and then I learned. Also, I had my seniors. If you know pedot trumpet,
Pedot. No.
Astra? No.
No.
He's the one who taught me first, actually. Yeah,
Oh.
so he's the one who gave me the saxophone.
Yeah.
And then I pick it up, and then he teach me a few fingering, all that. So along the way, I pick it up, and yeah, from there it stuck.
I see. Okay, can we backtrack a little bit though? But so
Yeah.
why did you join the marching band?
Oh, oh yeah, that is actually is my friend, a good friend of mine,
Yeah.
Alif. He's currently one of the best piano technician lah. He just invite me, Abid, come lah, join band. Kita orang nak orang for fill up the block. I was like, kita orang nak ke Kuantan. So it's like, oh, okay, menarik juga. Jom lah.
Boleh travel.
Betul. I can skip school. That's
Yes.
the and then
Yeah.
so but then actually way before that I kind of like have interest with saxophone when the first time I saw one. It's kind of like, oh, that instrument looks interesting, like I really want to learn that, but
Yeah.
it's like my family pun background not musical background much, right? So macam bila when I asked my mom I want to learn music, it's like nantilah, nantilah.
Yeah, because it.
Yeah, when I got the chance at school, so yeah, I just pursue from there. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And so since joining the marching band all the way up until like habis high school, everything,
Mhm.
um, at what point did you decide to pursue music for your further education?
Uh-huh. Okay, that's another interesting story.
Yeah.
So okay, finish high school, all that. No instrument lah. Obviously, that time I borrow school instrument, right? So
Oh, so that time don't have
no,
you don't have your own instrument.
no, I don't. So
Oh,
during school time, I borrowed school instruments lah,
right,
and
right.
then finish high schools. I working as a barista at Starbucks. Yeah, and then work about 1.5 years or so about that, and
Right.
then I tell my parents that I want to continue music. And
Mm.
for sure, at the beginning they don't really agree with that.
Why? Why do you think?
I think maybe because music.
Boleh cari makan tak?
Sort of. Maybe I don't know.
Right, right.
Yeah, that's one of the thing lah. And
Mm.
both my parents, I mean, they're government servants, so they kind of like me to go towards to that side also lah. So
Ah,
like, no, I don't want.
secure job don't want.
Yeah, now please color.
That's what my dad say also. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so, I feel like okay, I don't know like because I'm not a parent, yet. We'll see how that goes, but like when when your parents told you, okay, maybe get a more uh they would like you to you know head towards something that they are familiar with, that kind of thing.
Mm,
And then I'm jumping topics here lah, because it
yes,
relates to it relates to parenting and things like that now, right? So and then we'll come back to your um music education in
yeah.
a bit. So after you still decided to go on with music, and now you have two young kids already. Would you want them to well, not to say would you want them, but do you understand where your parents are coming from now?
Mhm. Dude.
Or still rebelling?
uh, I mean, for my kids, if they want to do something different, or I mean, I'm open for it. I'm okay with that. As long for me, because at the end, after so many people I met, so many friends that I knew, I think at the end of the day, they go back to what they like.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes force might work, but at the end they have regrets. Like I'm teaching a lot of students, adult students. So I always ask them back, like, why you start now? I mean, when they are already like 30, 40. Even I taught one of retired lawyer doctors, they are like 60 plus, like, why saxophone? I mean, like, why you want to continue? Like, because now I
Music.
only got the chance. Yeah, so I was like,
Ah.
they kind of like a bit, oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Once they've had their careers already and they have the free time, they have the means to do it already, dah kan? Then they start back again. At the end of the day, it's still like macam like full circle.
Correct.
Yeah. So might as well do it now, kan? So we don't have any regrets.
Yes, no
Makan
regret,
all those.
but suffer maybe, but regrets no lah.
True, true. So we have to pick our sacrifices, lor, kan?
Yeah, betul.
Okay, sorry. So where before let's go back to,
Right.
uh yeah, so at what point did you decide to go into music education, and uh, uh, which school did you go to?
Okay. I first actually I went to one of the music academy.
Mm.
Didn't get through. I blew up the interview.
Why? What did you not say, or what did you say?
Nah, it's just because okay, we go back, right. So
Yeah.
like I said, I don't have instruments right after schools, so
Oh.
I kind of apply for Aswara lah basically.
Mm-mm.
So uh, uh, and then the letters came in, the interview letter.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, I show my parents I got this offer interview, right? But I don't have instruments.
Ah.
So it's about only less than a week before the interview I bought my instruments.
Your own
Yeah,
saxophone.
yeah. So imagine lah, at that time I was working as a barista, and then I had to, luckily my boss also like very supportive at that time. So she approved my leave for 1 week straight. About less than a week, like about 5 days, but somewhere along the way, like along
Right.
the week. So
Yeah.
yeah, I try to practice as much as I can. Like within a week, and then your high school, you don't have like a proper teacher, right?
Right.
So interview like habis lah kau.
Ah, okay. So you weren't formally trained or like trained one on one in
No,
high school lah.
no. At school, it's like in marching band, nobody like really focus on you, right? So like we don't have like a proper teacher to teach saxophone, clarinet, trumpet. So basically, one coach just teaching everyone, and
One
will be
group.
yeah, and then will be like the seniors, the ex band, they came in and then just teach whatever they know lah. And they
Ah,
also, not all of them they have music background, so yeah.
right.
So you just know whatever you need to know there lah for the band, for the music, right?
Right.
So
Whatever you need to perform, then they teach you just that thing.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I blew up the interview, right? So I didn't get through, and I took my own initiative. I sign up my own. I go to what is it called? Chambers Music School Academy, Sungai Wang, right? So yeah, that place was lit at that time.
That place was lit.
So yeah, I signed up self music lesson there, saxophone.
Hmm.
So I gotta wait for the next intake, and
Yeah.
then I apply UITM.
Ah.
So yeah, I get through to UITM, and then yeah, I started there. Yeah,
Okay.
2008. Yeah, I started there in
All
UITM.
right. So how long was the period? Like how long were you taking like individual classes, and did you manage to, cover all the basics with your individual teacher? Because like I feel when okay, because I'm someone who my mom sent me to music school when I was younger, right, when
Yeah,
I was a kid. So I had no choice, I had no say in it, you know. Like learn whatever, if you don't learn properly kena pukul lah at home, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. You go practice your piano, go practice your violin, you know, that kind of thing. So for me it was like it became an obligation. But for
mm,
you, you were already working at that time, finished high school already, and it's something that you really wanted to do. So was it I wouldn't say it's easier because it's something new too, kan, but did you did you feel like, you're more passionate about it and it's something that you really look forward to when you started taking your own lessons?
yes. One word,
Mm.
yes.
Yes.
I don't have like any other word, just yes. It's obviously it's
Yes.
something that I always looking forward to during weekend. I think the class
Aww.
should be about Saturday or Sunday, about that. So it's something that I really looking forward to. And yeah, since I was still working as a barista at that time, so
Yeah.
I have to take. Actually, I was working full time, and then I just changed my No, no. Oh yeah, yeah. I did my full time, but I request my holiday is on that certain day. So my
Ah,
yeah. So my boss approved that, and I signed up my lesson. And from there, yeah, I'm looking forward every weekend, something like that.
oh, so
I
cute
travel.
lah.
So cute. Yeah. So yeah, and yeah, I work Starbucks about 1.5 years. So about that,
Mm,
like, I waited for the next interview session and all that.
mm, mm,
Yeah. So meanwhile, yeah, the teacher also was nice, and he did cover some like classical stuff, jazz stuff that get me enough to get through the interview. So yeah.
So the fundamentals of all like genres and things like that kind of introduce the introduction to different genres and also music theory kan.
Yes, a little bit lah, but it more to saxophone. But yeah, basically it's covered back on my rhythm lah, my notes reading, sight reading,
Mm-hmm.
like singing a little bit.
All the pulling hair stuff.
Yeah. All kena marah dalam kelas also kena like okay. But still looking forward for it. I already paid you.
So have to do now. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so since that, right,
Mhm.
having then go went through quote unquote formal music education from your own private lessons into UITM, and then really diving into like college level music education. Um, how was that like for you, and how did those lessons and your teachers in UITM influenced how you are now as a music teacher?
Um, yeah, it's somewhat like I would say it
Mm,
is gonna like there's some influence also. I mean,
mm,
like, because that is how you learn, right? And
yeah,
then so you kind of copy back how is your experience there and to teach to your students.
yeah,
So it kind of, yeah, it totally influenced me, but over time I kind of like have my own way to do it. Konon
yeah,
aku sikit kan.
yes,
So
yeah,
uh yeah, but still, I mean, for the beginning of that journey, I
mm,
remember I teach in Subang, in what is it called? In Empire, Beethoven music, something in
mm,
Empire. So that's my where I start music teaching. So basically, I
mm,
kind of like, yeah, what I've learned before, that's how I share it back. So
yeah,
yeah, it's kind of influenced me, but over time I kind of have like, already what material you're gonna do for this student, because
mm,
every students like very different, right? So
yes,
so yeah, you have over time you know what you need to do and all that stuff, but somehow, of course, it's influenced from what I've learned before,
yeah,
whatever the method that they use, and it's kind of the
mm,
same way I use at starts. And but even so, like now also there's some that I still take. Whatever is I think I can do it, I'll do it
mm.
back. Yeah, something like that.
Understand. So okay, uh, uh, what would you say like VC and MISI? No lah. But what is your teaching philosophy? I guess because I find, and I'm quite curious about this amongst my fellow colleagues, my fellow music teachers. I'm very curious because how we were taught back then, or how I was taught back then, it was very stringent and everything is by the book. Kan.
Mm-mm.
So and then kalau salah a little bit, because and it doesn't help that I started with classical first lah. So everything was super strict. Everything was, like you had to go through exam after exams, and then if one note salah, that means you're not following the composer, blah blah blah.
Oh
So
yeah, class.
yeah, but then um following the genre is one thing, but the teaching side of things, right? And after going through so many different teachers, and learning from so many different teachers, there are a few teachers who stood out to me and who really influenced my life and how I teach now as a teacher. And one of the mottos that I have, or one of the philosophies that I have uh, for teaching is, like you said, every student is different. So everybody's teaching approach is everybody's learning approach is different, and I am here not to dictate what your learning outcome is. I'm here to guide and to um, kind of like help you get to where you want to go, not
Yeah.
where I want you to go.
Betul. Yep.
Kan?
Yes.
Yeah, because back then I went where my teacher wanted me to go, but
Uh,
now it's different.
yes.
Yeah. So what is it like for you, and what are some of like your teaching philosophies that you really stand by for your students?
uh, like for me, it's like I kind of, instead of teaching, I would say I'm more like sharing my knowledge to
Mm.
them. So it's more like a sharing session, and I want them to be able to not only, okay, today we're gonna do A, so they only know A. I want them
Mm.
to, like, when I give A, so they explore themselves what this A can do. What, I mean, how do I say this? So they have to try to explore things, not just
Mm.
um,
Not gonna
yeah,
swap.
yeah, yeah, betul, yes, that's the word. So it's like, because many students is like that, especially I don't know now, it's like a lot of like that,
Yeah.
especially those privileged kids. Oops.
Yeah. No, no, no. Real talk.
Right. So it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, like, yeah, that is my, what that's what I do for when I in my session, teaching session. So it's like,
Mm.
when I give them this, okay, try to do this like this, and I always ask them if they still don't know how. Okay, you got YouTube. Last time I don't have YouTube, bro.
Yeah.
All I have is like, you, if you lucky buy the music book with the CD, that's it.
Yes.
Or not, or like last time you have to go cyber cafe, masuk pen drive, download, balik tengok kat rumah. Right.
And nobody yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like now, like students are quite privileged, to be honest, especially when we teach at international
Yeah.
schools. And yeah, and kids who are a bit more privileged, than who have the luxury of learning
Mhm.
music from yeah, good teachers, I would say. Yeah. So I think the problem, the issue isn't uh how to say it? The issue isn't because our time, it's memang like tak ada, not much resources, so we just take whatever we can get.
Yeah.
But then now it's there's too much resources. You can just Google, you can YouTube. It's just whether you want or don't want.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I always ask my student, like, okay, today I give you, okay, blue bossa, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to tell them, okay, go YouTube, listen to this, just any players, even not saxophone, maybe trumpets, or maybe the singer itself, like, listen how they sing the song. I want you
Yeah.
to able to, like, sing the melody with your instrument, not just to read the notes. Don't become a robot like that, that stuff. So yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
like a, I like to push them to explore themselves, to be able to walk their own. So it's like, for me, another thing that I would say, this is more like an achievement lah, to see my student to be able to perform with um, live band, because last time I did
Mm.
concerts like that, 2018 BC.
BC, yeah.
Somewhere around that, I kind of do a lot of student concerts. I
Yeah.
always push them to play with live band, so they get the
Yeah.
real feel, instead of just like in a classroom session, so they won't grow, right?
Yeah. Or with backing track gun. Oh my god.
Ah. Because I mean, like, if you keep on playing saxophone, especially for instruments like saxophone, you don't perform. You just like there's no point of learning it for 1 year, 2 years. But if you don't go out there to perform, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's kind of that's what I do.
So,
Yeah.
of course, have to perform. That's number one, right? Otherwise, what's the point? Number
Yeah.
two, instead of swapping as a teacher, you let them explore, let them jam, let share your knowledge with them in terms of like, uh, not just like A means A, B means B. You have to do
Yeah.
A, B first. I give you A, B, C, D, E, and then you go and chari yourself, explore yourself. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Understand? Okay, so can we move on from this? I think I have my next question here. So speaking of uh, playing in a marching band and
Mhm.
then being freelance musician and then teaching and things like that, you are also uh, in a band, in a
Uh,
few bands,
a few bands, yes, two bands,
right? Two bands.
three.
So
Okay, no.
which one did I forget?
The one we wedding on Charma.
Charma.
Charma band, don't forget that.
Let's cari makan band. Yeah. So what is the difference like being in a band that
Mhm.
creates your own music and let's put it out there lah, like a freelance musician with a cari makan band, like how is that like, what is the mindset like, and also the pros and cons and the similarities and the differences.
Uh,
Mm.
okay. I think with the bands, like currently I'm with Salam Music and Fast, uh,
Woohoo! Shout out!
and Charma. So like, okay, when in a band, we it's like we are focused to reach out to listeners. How do I say this? Reach out to listeners of our own material. Like we
Mm.
try to. I mean, of course, in a band like Fast and Salam Music, we have our own song, our own style, our own originality. That so we are using that to reach out to people, and we,
Who ngamki with us lah, like that lah.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
and try our best to get more listeners, to get more views, something like that. And of course, it's about promoting at the end also.
Mm.
So when it comes to freelance musician, you are free to play here and there, and basically it's just one time session like that, right? So
Yes.
if you like ngam with that person, then just one time lah. I mean,
Yes.
you can go on with more, but if you're not, so it's like, okay, that's it, bye, something like that. It's just like really charma lah.
Really, Sharma.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
I love to being in a band where we produce our own original stuff
Mm.
like that, because it's something that coming from us, so we have more like, it is us to you, and it's more
Personal.
personal. Yes, personal
Yeah.
from us. So it's something, uh, it's not totally, how would I say this, it's not the right word. It's fun to do that,
Mm.
but it is more something, satisfaction. Yes,
Mm.
able to produce, to be able to like find new, maybe fans, listeners.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's kind of thing of what I like about being in a band, and we
Mm-hmm.
produce some stuff. People recognize maybe the
Yeah.
song is played on the radio or stuff, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah.
Oh, can you tell a story to the audience of Salam Music touring Europe and how you guys survived?
Yeah, sure, can. Ah, Bob Salam Music, my first tour with them. Basically, they already been, I think, two tours in Europe. I'm joining the third one. So basically, with Salam also, it's like, hey, Abid, you want to join a tour? It's like, okay, Joe.
As long
yeah,
as can travel, jom. So
Joe,
six marching band, boleh pergi Kuantan,
yeah,
jom.
yeah. So if you want travel, Abid, travel, Joe. So yeah, one of the band members, just the saxophonist there also, he invited me for the tour. So yeah, we started there. That's where I met Farouk, and that's how I joined Fast also eventually after many years. But
I
that's where first
see.
I met Farouk because Farouk he replacing the guitarist at that time.
Mm.
So yeah, we went to Europe. We went to Amsterdam, and then we went to North Belgium, Antwerp. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
we were there for about a month in total,
That's
and we
crazy.
survived by eating kebab. Food
Kebab.
first. How we survive? Food first. Hey, not kebab. Kebab second. First one is Maggie.
Walao, you guys go Amsterdam makan Maggie.
That's at home. Outside we eat.
Right, right, right.
Because we stay at one of the manager house, so we
Ah.
can cook there. So we buy at the supermarket that is super cheap. I mean,
Mm.
consider their money is considered cheap.
Right,
we,
right, right.
we like collect money. It's like almost 10 of us. So 1 week we can survive 1 week full of if you go to supermarket like that. Then
Right.
outside. So yeah, kind of cool. And then we travel there a lot here and there. Basically,
Mhm.
our main transportation is bicycle. Yes. I mean, like,
Best tak?
yeah, best gila.
Best gila.
Well, because if you, I don't know, like, if here in KL, I won't do that lah. Because it's so hot.
Hot and dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because in Amsterdam, I mean, that is one of their main transportation. Also, they have their proper bicycle lane, all that, right? So it's
Mm.
very safe to ride there. And
Yeah.
like, I think I cycle about more than an hour to one of the event place. We have to cycle to like a where was it? We have to take ferry and then go to another place and ride another few more minutes. Yeah, so it's
Wah.
about 1 hour, and then like 3 or 4 in the morning, right back to our house. Like so fun.
Wah,
Yeah,
best gila.
yeah, it's fun. Best.
You. Here, you try to do that and see. Hmm.
Ah, berpeluh. Then I still can wear my jacket, ride my bicycle, carry my saxophone, still not sweating.
Right, 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 right. It's a different culture, different lifestyle, I guess. Yeah. But what
Really?
was the big,
Sorry,
sorry?
what? It's okay. You can.
Sorry, what was the biggest takeaway, as a, uh, after we've been, we've established ourselves here, as in the local music scene, and then all of a sudden you're touring Europe, and then you're at other people's place playing your own music. What is that feeling like? And is that like a milestone for you in a way?
Obviously, yes. And
Yeah.
it's like for me, like at the first, we just right even before we went there, um, I have this thought like, would they understand us? Like because basically Salam music song mostly, I think, yeah, most of the song is all in Bahasa Melayu, right? So
Mm.
it's like, but then they already did their tour 2 times already, so I assume it's all right. I mean, it should be good, right?
Yeah, yeah.
When I was there, I can't remember my first show, but surprisingly, I mean, for me itself, myself, it's really good because like here, if you perform, And when we walk off stage, you walk around the festival, nobody like really care, like, oh, this is just a guy, especially you are not the main person. Like, you
The
just this.
headline.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, okay, I'm all right. So when we finished the show, all that stuff, so I went to like walk around. They have like booths selling foods, all that stuff, craft.
Yeah.
So it's like people recognize you. So it's like, oh, all right, that is something.
Oh,
It's like, yeah, it's right through here. It's like, okay,
yeah.
I really appreciate that. It's like, yeah,
Mm.
it's something you. I'm not saying you don't get it here, but when you get it from other people that don't even understand what the hell this guy is
You are
singing,
singing.
but they liking the music vibe, so they really
Yeah.
they dance, they enjoy the music, so it is a self satisfaction too.
Right,
Yeah,
right. And it just highlights like, music memang don't have any borders. No, there's no barriers. There's no
correct,
language barriers or whatever. As long as it's music, like what you're putting out there is like, good and it's sincere, no matter what country you come from, what country that you're going to, your music
correct.
your music is good means it's good.
Yes.
Kan? Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Oh.
I remember there's one gig we did the first time I went there. I went there twice. There's one place. It's called Zwarte Cross Festival. It's a motocross festival. It's super huge. They did it like
Sounds so badass.
they have like a lot of stage there. Like we playing the reggae stage. So the first time I played that, there's this old guy. I think he's like almost like Ato already, like almost like grandpa already. He's like
Yeah.
the front row of the crowd, right? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like he's there the first time we performed, and then the next year, or I think it's 2 years after, we performed there back again. The same guy was there, and this he still recognized us. It's like, oh man, yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
I was like, man,
Yeah, yeah, but it proves something lah, like
uh,
you
yeah.
guys
I mean, we give,
hashtag made it.
yeah, it shows that you give impact to persons. So like,
Yes,
yeah,
the impact is there, and it's and through music. Yeah, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Sorry, my brain not working today. Yeah, okay, okay. And let's go to the writing process very, very quickly as a band, for Salah Music or like for Faz, what is the writing process like uh, for you guys?
so like recently for Fast, we are currently working out some new music. Is coming soon. So
Woohoo! Spoiler, spoiler, teaser.
it's coming soon. Okay.
How soon? Then I can message Farouk and book you guys for podcast also.
Can. Uh, Date will be disclosed soon, Jay.
Oh.
So basically, the writing process is basically like um, how do I say this? Uh, like, okay, let's say I have a new song that I want to do. I already write some structure, yeah, build up
Mm,
some structure, and we blast it in the group, and everyone try to do their part. So basically, okay, the song is already like maybe the structure with the lyrics a little bit, and then for Grace, she will do the piano arrangement a little
arrangement.
bit there. And then for Ayam, he will do the drum parts. And then for me, I'll try to do maybe the line or solo
Mm,
or lines like that. So, and
yeah.
then we throw ideas. So, and then we share in the group and then see how it goes. What is everybody thought of that? And then,
Mm,
yeah, we work on some things like that briefly.
okay. So it's like
Yeah.
a pretty collaborative effort instead of just like, okay, so maybe there's two writers and then they already set up the parts and you guys just play. Not like that lah.
Uh, I mean, with Fast, for me, this is like kind of new with them, with this songwriting session, because before this, I only joined them as a sessionist, but just recently, and I am as a full time lah.
Yay!
So, yeah, for Fast for now is currently like that. That's how we work. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Okay, and what about for Salam music?
For solo music, it's kind of way like more like one person they already know the idea of the song briefly like
Mm.
that. We just throw in, we jam, and we try what can be improved, what line we want to do, something like that. But basically, it's like almost finished stuff, something like that. It's almost like
Oh,
70%, 80%, and then we jam live. I mean, we used to can do that.
used to be able to now.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, I think for PES also we should be able to do that lah, kan, if not of COVID. But yeah, for now, yeah, basically it's like you already have the main idea of stuff. Maybe for the horn section, like for Southern music, we have horn section. So yeah, we want to throw in what lines you want to do, and yeah, stuff like that.
Hmm. Okay, okay. So it's more of a collaborative effort instead
Yeah.
of just maybe two-person or one person in the band dictating what everyone is doing. And I feel that's when the magic happens, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
when yeah. And I remember in high school also, like the whole reason I wanted to be in a band or like wanted to do music is
Mm.
really like solely because like I get to go into the jamming studio with my friends. We don't know what the hell we're doing, but we just like, somebody has a cool like three chord E minor, C major, D major. That's it. And super power chords. And then I pula nak jadi Hayley Williams, right? I'm like, yeah, let me write some emo lyrics to this. So it's like a very collaborative effort. And when I feel that, right, it's like, ah, the music good or no good is one thing. It's a
Yeah.
separate thing. But the whole process of writing together, of collaborating, of throwing in ideas together, that's the um, satisfaction is one thing, but the bonding thing with your band members,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a very nice feeling. It's like a bro feeling,
Yeah.
and I understand, and that is what keeps me going today. I think instead of because my degree is songwriting,
Mm.
and one of the routes as a songwriter is we can be signed to like a publisher, for Sony or like Universal, one of those labels lah. And then our job is just to supply lines for you get what I'm saying? Like we're like manufacturing lines or words, and then we get royalties and things like that. But I feel like that's such a cold way of writing songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't appeal to me.
Something
So
you need to do like at that time you just whatever fit this sounds might nice, something like that.
yeah, yeah, like and everybody do this together, like yeah, and then these things belong to us, that bro feeling lah. Yeah. So anyways, melayang already a bit.
Right.
Let's come
There's
back.
a lot of
Okay,
catch up to do anyway.
sorry.
There's a lot of catch up need to do anyway.
Yes, yes. Oh my god. Maybe like after you jab ready, I jab ready, then yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. When everything is safe, guys, don't worry. Okay, we're not breaking SOP. When everything is safe, when the government give a thumbs up, then okay. So let's come back to the topic of being a dad and having a full-time music career. And now during the pandemic, you still have to teach full-time online, take care of the kids online, and also be a husband, that whole thing. uh, um how is it like, BC and and
And now.
and DC during COVID? Yeah, and yeah, how has it been like?
Uh, okay, during BC, it was much more. I was more like
Mm,
sort of, I would say, part-time dad because like
mm,
I mean, like you go out to teach at schools, and then sometimes after schools, I have private students at their place. So,
mhm.
and then I used to teach at music centers, and then
I think
sometimes
we all did lah at some point.
and then we have rehearsal at night, all that, and then shows on weekend, traveling here and
Yes.
there.
Mhm,
So the time I spend is kind of a bit less with the kids, with
mhm.
the family. So I would say uh, now I have more time, but it's a bit hard to split the time, even though it's right in front of you. Because
Ah,
yeah, doing home teaching, like for me, my eldest son is 5 years old. He's in kindergarten, so he also have online school. Imagine that,
yes.
online school, 5 years old.
Boleh duduk diam ah.
Pening ah. I have to like, Aman, sit straight, Aman, don't do this, Aman, do that. But sometimes I pity him also lah. Means like
Yes.
5 years old, how what to expect, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, it's, I would say it's hard that time. I mean, before this, my wife is taking care of the kids. She also teaching. She's a violin teacher. So uh,
Mm.
so like at
It,
that time, she's like, okay, like she can take care of the kids, all that when I'm traveling. Now we both taking care of the kids, but at the same time, we have class in the morning, and then with the
mm,
youngest one, he's just 2 years old, and then it's a bit hard. So we have to leave him play downstairs with my mother-in-law.
right, right,
So
right.
then someone need to look after my second one, and then in the morning I have to look after my first son's school. I have to arrange my timetable, so
Right.
after I can only start teach after 12. So yeah. So
So you
during
guys take turns.
yeah, during morning time, I have to watch first one, Aman, for
Yeah.
his class until 12, and then only I start teach. So when he already like finish his school, settle him for lunch, all that, and then I have to teach. So it's like kind of, even you are at the same house, but you can't really be there for the kids still. So it's kind of like a
Understand.
bit hard lah.
Understand.
Yeah,
It's like more obligation stuff than quality time, right?
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Understand.
And yeah,
Oh.
so it's like even now, like whenever I have free, but now yeah, lah, I have a bit more free time during like almost evening, right? So
Mm-hmm.
where you play with them, like
Yeah.
last time you don't really have that time for me lah. So
Yeah.
because I'm teaching outside, all that kind, but
And I have to
now
travel, to drive some more. Traffic
exactly.
jam.
And waste my time getting old in the road.
Waste my life.
Exactly. I kind of like it for the first few months that we stay at home because of we don't have to travel, right?
Yes.
But after like so long, it's like, oh, cannot take it anymore. Lah. I miss driving.
Especially long highways.
Traveling, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. So even though there's I mean the takeaway that I got from your experience so far is whether it's COVID or before COVID, like being a parent or having responsibilities at home and being a full-time musician is possible as long as there's good time management, good support system, and
Right.
um
So,
um
yeah, man, you have to manage your time properly. That's
right.
the key, actually. I think, like, even before. Like last time we always, I mean, book for gigs, right? We have to travel here and there, but sometimes you just have to say no to one of it, just to
Yes.
just to take off. It's not only for your family, but you have to do it for yourself too. Sometimes you just want out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You
it's
need rest.
yeah important to rest too. So yeah, you gotta book yourself, put yourself in calendar, book.
Yeah. And people
Yes.
think that, like for I feel like outside people looking in, for people who have a steady, 9 to 5 uh, work, or a set time to work, you know they I feel like they would think that for us it's, oh, very flexible my time, da da da. But I feel like the more flexible it is, the more glam covered we can become,
Exactly.
right? So if we don't have, a good grasp on time management or our priorities, right, our
Yes.
life can be hancur.
Betul, betul.
Right. Okay. So, one question. Two more actually before, because we've been talking for
Yeah.
an hour already.
You-
Yeah, and I know that tomorrow is Monday and your kid is going to school, and then you have to work
Tomorrow
as well
holiday.
tomorrow. Huh?
Tomorrow holiday.
Huh? What holiday?
Hari Selasa raya lah.
Also, Monday, Tuesday holiday?
For my son, it's the whole week. I'm
Eh,
free.
I pun nak. So you don't have to wake up early to jaga him for school.
No, I don't have to. Party.
Let me know earlier, so I can start podcast a bit later next time. Like, it's so bad to the point now that I live day to day already. I don't even check what date it is. Okay, I check like maybe tomorrow is Monday. I know what my schedule is. Like, I am so lost already. It doesn't mean anything to me. Holiday, tak holiday. Kan? Yeah. So okay, a very important question. This is a new skill, and for you that I didn't know, a hidden talent. So I'm very curious. Why did you start up a barbershop during a pandemic?
Ah.
I mean, I've asked you this lah. Now it's your turn to tell everybody else.
Yay. So
Yeah.
this is somewhat like I think I've been living like kind of spontaneously lah.
A bit.
Because
We're musicians. When have we not lived spontaneously?
it's kind of like okay, so it's basically my friend,
Okay.
my business partner Reza. So he actually already had like a small business. He's selling like a shoebox to keep your sneakers nicely. So basically,
Yeah.
he's just like consign his product at this shop.
Mm.
So this shop kind of like want to a little bit expand some space there, so they want
Yeah.
to rent it out. So my friend was like thinking like, "Hey, you want to do barbershop with me?"
Mm.
So it's like I kind of like barbershops. Like at that time, I was like no idea too. I mean, like I have like a little bit interest. I do like to go to barbershops. I like to go here and there until I
Yeah.
find like certain barber that I like. So
Mm.
I kind of like the feel into that. So kind
Mm.
of okay. Let me think.
Mm.
So I was thinking. By the way, Reza, he also I've been working with him for we teaching music at schools. We coach marching band before COVID.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We did coaching at school. So and then COVID happened, so we kind of like both like no job or something like that. We don't have any other extra income. Uh,
Right.
so yeah, so it's like, hey, Abid, you want to do barbershop with me? So I was like, okay, let me think. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
after a few days, like, okay, have this, let's do it, let's go.
It's like, okay lah, jalan je.
Jalan je,
We'll see
yeah.
how it goes.
Yeah, that's how it started. the barbershop. That's how it started. With zero to less zero to less knowledge so about it. So we do a
Right.
bit research. We ask friends. I have
Yeah.
a cousin who is actually a barber.
Mm.
Uh, and then we have some friends who already own a barbershop.
Yeah.
So we ask around us, we sit down with them, ask few things, how to start up stuff, where to get
Mm.
this, where to get that.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed that I have that circle of friends and cousin who are into that uh, business
Yeah.
in touring. So
And they're
uh,
supportive, yeah.
yeah, very supportive. So
Mm.
that's how we started, and we start to brainstorm about our concept, barbershop concept, and then
Mhm.
what we're gonna do, what's differentiate our barbershop within the other barbershops within that
Right.
area. So yeah, and then eventually the business starts, and then a lot of things happen, of course.
Mm.
Like managing stuff,
Yeah. Oh, tell me about it.
and then financing, and then promoting all
Mm.
that, and then so many things happened. So I took my own initiative to go for the barber course at others
Oh.
in others barber. It's called others barber in USJ.
Mm.
I learned from Lex, and then and another guy Arif,
Mhm.
great barber. So yeah, from there they teach me how to do this, how to do that, learning
Right.
how to potong, learn how to comb. I would say the journey for me has been a blast. Uh,
Mm.
I won a contest
Yes, I
for
saw on on Instagram.
so I won two contests. Yeah, just recently I won another one. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I would say it's been a blast. This barbering journey has been a blast for me.
Mm.
So I go to to schools, barber schools. I graduate. I finish my course. So I
Yeah.
start to taking clients, and the feedback so far, alhamdulillah, is good. It's I have already people asking me like, "Hey, dude, what's your name? I want to book you again." So it's like, so it's been like, oh, thanks, thanks. I mean,
Oh,
he just started like that, and people already give that kind of compliment. It's something to make you want to grow more, right? So you want to
yes.
put more, you want to improve yourself. Yeah.
Right. I just want to say it's so courageous of you and so brave of you, like honestly, not a lot of people, especially people with a set career, or like people who's already settled down with family and kids and things like that, to start fresh again, or endeavor into a new career, I would say, or learning a new skill,
Yes.
because we're so comfortable already, kan, like I know
Mhm.
I'm good at this already, might as well just make more money in this avenue. But uh um I felt the same way. I think when I started jujitsu, it's like, even though I have no intention of making it
Yeah.
using it to make money lah, but the I think the curiosity and the
Yes.
uh child mindset of not knowing anything, and you just want to learn, and then you're curious, and it motivates you to do
No.
more, I guess, or
Yeah.
do better,
Yes. Correct.
right? Because you're learning a new skill.
Yeah.
So I completely understand, and I feel that you're very, very brave, and it's that entrepreneurship uh in you that is making your music career a success, as well as you taking a chance, and while you still can, and just do it.
Yeah. Because I just don't want to live in regret, actually.
Aww.
Because I kind of, like I said before, like I said during, I think it's kind of build up in me when I was teaching. Like I said, I teach students that like doctors, lawyers, all that. asking
Yeah.
them why they want to start. I don't ask them like why at that age lah, but I just ask them why saxophone. So it's kind of like when they give me their thoughts about it, it's kind of like put something here. So it's like yeah,
In your subconscious, like
yeah,
cannot regret, ah.
yeah, exactly. So I kind of like whatever opportunity coming in, I'm try to grab it as much as I can, and yeah, I try to venture in it, explore, and see how it goes. Might turn out good, might not turn out.
Right.
Uh,
But at least you took a chance.
yeah, I just took the chance and see how it goes. But for the barbershop itself, it's almost a year. It's July now. Next month is going to be a year.
Congratulations!
But yeah,
Kalau if everything, I mean, not if everything, if things are allowed to open and then
yeah,
everything follow SOP,
yeah.
are you gonna
Open.
do a little
Yeah,
celebration, 1 year celebration?
because yeah, we actually open on the 8th of August, so it's 8/8 lah. Ong lah, ong lai.
You Chinese are you, Habib?
Wait a minute. True
Oh
story.
my!
My father's side. A little bit.
So borrow the ong a bit.
Oh, my ancestor.
Oh, that's so good. Congratulations. And it's not easy during a pandemic because everything is so uncertain. Plus, it's a new business some more.
Yeah.
So I feel you lah. Like my studio also kosong now dekat kedai. I also like, tak apalah.
Apa kan?
Everything online now. Well, when I'm allowed to go back, then only I sapu again lah.
Yeah, exactly. Need to clean back the dust, all that lah.
Yeah.
So far, it's been good. For now, for the barbershop, we are exploring new stuff. We're gonna come up with new products. Jay, promote, skip, promote.
Yeah, of course. This platform is for you to promote. So go for it.
We're gonna come up with our own homebrew products for like hair wax, beard balm, and then solid cologne for body, all that stuff. So yeah, we are working on it, still in R&D process. So yeah, it's truly homemade by yours truly.
Hey, support local.
Good.
And yeah, support homemade, like not so much chemical, things like
Yes,
that.
it's
Yeah.
all natural ingredient. Yes.
Yeah, naturally.
Vegan friendly.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Good. So, everyone, okay, if you're meat eater ke, vegan ke, whatever ke, and you want to support local, and you want to save the environment, everything lah. Please. So tell everybody, how do we pronounce is it barber?
Come on, Joe. I won't say it until you said it.
Okay, let me try. Barber orama.
Yes. Correct.
Faster. Barber orama.
Yes, correct. Barberorama.
Why the name though? It's so special is one thing, but has something to do with the aesthetic of the shop?
It's more basically it's separate with two words. Basically, it's barber and orama.
Ah.
So barber is barber lah.
Mm.
Orama is actually stands for view. In
Oh.
So it's like you check your phone, the panorama modes, all that stuff is actually panorama. Yeah, so it's basically barber's view, barber orama.
I see. Sorry, orama is view in which language again?
Greek.
Greek.
Yep.
Whoa.
We
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, that name was I think my partner come out with that name, and actually there's another name for it. He asked me to choose, so
Yeah.
and we both agree with Barberorama. So yeah. Yep.
I see. Okay. Well, I hope
Yeah.
things open up faster, I mean, first of all, we have to take care of ourselves, take care of our community, and then so that things can open up, and then we can start building up our economy and support our local businesses, small businesses, big businesses, whatever lah,
Mm,
so that yeah, I hope that just
yeah.
on from here, there's only there's only uphill from here.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, for your
Can't wait
for about
Yeah.
yeah,
Can't
for
wait
Barber
for
Orama.
it to be open back, right?
Dude, the first thing I want to do is just go to your house and buy the udang merah near your
Oh,
house.
yes.
It's that's killer though. Guys, you guys don't know, but me and Abid, so far, our communication has only been durian, musangking udang merah, grabbing, sending it to my house. I'm gonna send food to his house, and also durian ice cream. That's it. That's the basis of our friendship.
Food unite us.
The best thing, because dah lah Malaysian. We don't talk about food, talk about what else?
Kan? Nak gosip boring, makan lagi best.
Yeah. What the gossip? There's nothing going on now. Everybody at home je. Yeah, so okay, before I let you go, Abid, is there anything that I should have asked but I didn't, or anything that you want to share to, upcoming upcoming musicians, youngsters, or people who are listening to this, or your family, friends, whoever?
Uh, well, I have no idea.
Oh, actually, let's take a look at the comments before we
Oh,
go.
oh, how?
Other comment. Yeah, do you see it?
Oh, okay.
Hey, Grace Nuna. Makan. Hold on now, let me just show everybody a. I like for guys. So a bit left again. I think his laptop got shut down. So we're just gonna go through the comments real quick. So for those of you who don't know, Abid's Instagram is actually
Fiat.
I forgot.
How dare
Let
you?
me go. It says Papi Sexy. Sexy as in SAXY. Okay, saxophone. Okay.
You can search Fiat, Afiat. Yeah.
Afiat. Yes, yes. Who else? Ayam.
Ayam, Nuna.
Ay sejahtera.
Papi
Ooh.
man.
Uh-uh.
A man.
Farouk.
Yo, Farouk.
Yeah. Yeah, pro barber. All right. Thank you all so much for listening and for tuning in and for commenting as well. Yeah. So
Thanks
I
for
guess
inviting me, Joe.
apa tu?
Thanks for inviting me here.
Oh,
Thank
no
you.
worries. It's been a long time, and I wish that I wish that we could have done this in the studio in person.
Yeah.
It would have been so much more, and you could have brought your saxophone and played something for us as well. And but hopefully when Faz's new song is released or Salam Music,
It's coming soon, right, guys?
either one of those, I would love to use this platform to introduce, I'm not a big platform, but we do what we can to support each other.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, thank you so much for being on this. I hope that really I can see you soon, see a kid soon. We can go out makan, Actually, there's a really good Korean place near your house.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
I bring you guys next time. So legit. It's run by a old Korean couple. So it's super, super legit.
All right.
Yeah, it's called Pocha.
Do this.
Spoilers, guys. I'll bring you guys there next time when things open up again.
Sure, sure. Let's go.
All
Let's
right.
do it. Can't wait.
All right, thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope that you had fun listening to this conversation. And if you like what we're talking about, you like what you're hearing, please share it with your family, your friends. And if want to support Abid, do reach out to him on Instagram. Everything is in the description below. Reach out to him on Instagram for barbering or even saxophone classes and things like that. And then hopefully, when things open up, we can collaborate and have our students come in together for recitals. We were talking
Yeah.
about that already since.
Yeah. We should have done that before, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but then busy semua, and then now we're like, Allah. So yes, reach out to Abid, guys. Support our local musicians, support local artists,
Yes.
support local blah blah blah, support local businesses. All right, thank you all so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Thank you.